data types in Java very, very important for the while writing a program. Not only Java language, if you go to any language, data types is very, very important. Without data types, we can't store the data. Because I want to store your name. Name is itself is a string, right? I want to store your age. Age is number, right? I want to store your salary. Salary is a fraction value. I want to store long numbers. I want to use different data types. I want to use short numbers. I would use different data types. I want to use the Boolean true or false. I will use the Boolean float, long, double. These are the primitive data types. Data types are it's one of the type we can use. It's a specify the Java. It will use a size and type of the value that can be stored as an identifier. Data types is a primitive data types. You can call it as a size and type of the values that can be stored as an identifier. As an identifier, for example, your name I'm storing. I can able to identify your name by using the string. So we have a different types of data types like, primitive data types, non-primitive data types. Primitive data types, we have 8 types. Non-primitive data types, we have 4 types. Non-primitive, you can discuss going forward, and primitive data types we can discuss now. So in primitive data types, these are, we can call it as a wrapper classes. Primitive, non-primitive. So in primitive, we can see all are small, look like small letters, but you can store only one variable. But when I come into the wrapper class, we can store objects. For example, here I call it as int. Here wrapper class, I call it as a integer. Long, capital, all are look like same only. C capital. Char, character. Boolean, boolean. Double, double. Float, float. This will can store the single variable, and wrapper class store group objects. Objects is nothing but a group of properties, variables, everything will be there inside that. I'll discuss later. We can use for storing the data, group of data, collection of objects by using this. Now coming to, so what are the primitive data types? We have integer, floating point, character, boolean. These are the wrapper classes. Underneath we have integer. Underneath we have 4 types: byte, short, int, long. These are the integer type data types. Floating point data type, float and double. So long values, if you want to store, you can use. Integer values you can store, you can use, depends on sizes. Character, you can use char, that is a single character you can store in a single quotes. Boolean, you can use boolean, true or false. And we can use by using these are the primitive data by storing the different types of data. Let's say what is the size of the data? Let's say byte, short, int, long, we can store whole numbers. Float, double, we can store fractional numbers. Char, we can store the character. Boolean, we can store true or false. Okay, generally, if you want to go for storing, right? We are using memory cards, Nowadays, we are using memory cards. We can insert the memory, can store the data, maybe movies and songs and all. 1 byte equal to 8 bits. Yeah. 1 byte is equal to 8 bits. 1 byte equal to 8 bits. 1024 KB equal to 1 MB. 1024 MB equal to 1 GB. Like that, it's going on. Okay. But Java providing very less memory size compared to MBs, and they're providing only bytes. 1 byte will store 1 byte. 1 byte range is 127 to 128 to 127. So 128 to minus 128 to 127. And again, short, int, long, float, double, they have a different respect to different sizes. Based on your requirement, you can use it. How to use, sir? But most of the time, which one you are going to use? Integer, we are going to use it here most of the time. And these are the sizes very big and compared to remaining into short and all, byte, short and all. Let's discuss one by one, and we can create a program. We can store the data. Let's create a program. Byte. When I type byte, it will come automatically. 127. If I use more than 128, it will throw an error. Hey, boss, That 128.9 is not, we can't able to, its size is more. Please use integer. See what exactly we are using. Byte is a data type, B is a variable, equal is a operator. 127 is a value. We are storing the data into B in the form of bytes. B is a user defined variable. I can keep it anything, but I want to print it. System.out.println, you can pass as a B as a reference. Try to run it. Everything like that only. Don't worry. Everything run. If we keep it as a boolean B, B1 equal to true or false. If you want to keep it as a short something, some value is there. If you keep it as a float, some value is there. If you keep it as a long, some value is there. Many value. You can keep it as a double. These are the storing the value based on your, for example, you have a, in our account, you have 100 crores here. 100 crores. 100 crores means 100000000 like that. But if you want to store the, by using byte, it will not store, right? You will use a long double something, right? Like that. So float, I use a float, double, integer. Okay, char. See, single quotes you need to use here. Single quotes, semicolon. That's all. So you want to put everything in a printing. I want to pass a C, I can print the H. You understand? Data types is nothing but a size and type of the value you can store an identifier. If you want to store anything based on a requirement, you can use the data types. Understand here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good, man. Everything you can teach. It's okay, man. No need to worry about it. No need to pressurize. Programming language is very easy, especially core Java. We'll teach very easy way. Okay. Now coming to enum. Coming to enum. What is the enum? Enum is a special class here generally. It's a special class in Java. What exactly will store enum? Enum will store as a constant variable. Let's create a enum. Enum class. This is a common for every, wherever you go. You need to write first these two. Enum. Test constant. So we can use like that. Inside the class, enum is a keyword and test constant is a enum name. And you need to use inside the enum, we need to use a constant which is not changeable. Which is not changeable means those will not be changed. Like, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, low, high, medium, summer, winter. These will be not change. It will not be changed, right? These are all fixed. Summer will change to winter. No, no. This is not summer. This is a winter. You can't change this. Sunday will change to Monday. No, those are fixed names. Which is a fixed names we can keep inside that. Low, always low only. Medium, always medium. No. Low, will call it as another name. Do you have another name for low? No. Medium, no. High, always that one only. We can able to store high, summer, Sunday. So these are the constants variable inside the enum. Sir, okay, we can call it as, if you want to store any constant variable, unchanged variable, you can use the enum class. Sir, I want to run this code to check whether these are printing or no, it will not print it. Why? Because if you want to call these values, my starting program is, see, whenever Java run, my Java looking for the, where is my main method? If main method nothing, is not there, it will not run. Now, what I'll do? I'll call this guy. Can I call this guy? If I call this guy, I can call, it will come automatically. If I call enum automatically, system.out.println, call that, I can call Sunday. That's all. Whichever available in the inside the main method, my main method take that and run the program. Without writing anything inside the main method, my main method doesn't have anything, it will not throw anything. So that's the reason main method, if main method is a starting point of program, whenever if you run, it'll take from the same, like you can call, just call the mainum by keep it as inside the static data system.out.println run it. Okay, next go to declaring a variable. Sir, if you want to declaring a variable, what I have to do? Sir, in Java, if you want to declare any variable, now create a declaring a variable. Declaring a variable. Sir, declaring a variable means, for example, I will taking integer int age equal to 25 is my declaring a variable. See, integer is a int is the primitive data type. Age is the variable. Equal is the operator. 25 is the value. I'm assigning the value to the age as a reference variable by using equal operator. It's called declaring a variable. So I'm declaring a variable in different way. Let's go to here. We can declare a variable this way. Let's say integer ABC declaring 3 variables. We can declare, we enter this one integer age equal 25. We can call it as a initialization a variable. Initialization a variable. Declaration means int a b c a b c. You can call it as declaration. Assignment means integer age equal 25 is assignment. So initialization and declaration. Initialization byte type variable b. Yeah. B variable is B is a variable. Byte type is the data type. 33 is the value. So this is called declaring a variable. It's okay. This is not come. Okay. Now we have 3 types of variable here. We have 3 types of variable. One is local variable, instance variable, static variable. Very easy. Local variable means whenever keep the variable inside the method, we can call it as a local variable. Local variables. Same variable, keep it as a class level. We can call it as a instance variable. Try to understand. Same variable, if you keep it as in a class level, you can call it as instance variable. Same variable, you can keep it as a method level, you can call it as a local variable. Now, I'm going to keep it in a class level. What is a static variable means? String my name is a static variable if you keep as a static before that. We'll discuss one by one what is a static and all. Static variable, if you keep it as a static as a keyword inside the class, you can call it as a static variable. If you keep it as a variable inside the class, you can call it as an instance variable. If you keep the variable inside the method, you can call it as a local variable. You understand? So now, see, you can see all the details I have given with explanation, but no need to explain the more in interview. So you can explain the what is exactly instance variable and local variable. Then you can get to know more idea. So static variable in a class. That's the reason I make it as yellow color. Static variable always inside the class. You mean to say, you can ask one question, sir, can I able to make it as static variable inside the method? It will not come. So it's not all displaying, right? Throwing an error.